Guess who's back in action? Hello fellas, welcome back to Robin Hansen from Robin's Taste. Before we head down to the real movies I want to review, I just want to talk about two films I've seen but I don't have in my DVD collection. So we'll start off with Flash Gordon. If you like science fiction films with laser beams, Timothy Dalton, Queen soundtrack, and awesome villains played by great actors, I can assure you that this movie has everything you need. So, if you got the same taste like I do, definitely check out this amazing film, Flash Gordon. The effects are so tremendously bad that you end up laughing at it, but at the same time it has the retro feeling you need, and we all want to see more of. So Flash Gordon works perfect in my eyes. Then we got another film, Serenity, directed by Joss Whedon, the guy who made Avengers. Well, it's okay, technically, or actually it's pretty damn awesome. It has awesome characters and an awesome science fiction theme to it with pirate movie, you know, like Pirates of the Caribbean, but it takes place in space instead. And it works perfectly, really, with the setting and with great characters and everything. The only downfall is that it holds so many secrets, and then they reveal the secrets, it's not that big of a surprise. So let's get down to the real business, to why you're here and what you want to see. First off, we got Dredd, and this is actually a pretty cool science fiction action. It's, as you already know, based on the comic book Judge Dredd. It takes place in this massive building, just like Die Hard, and it has amazing storyline to it, with a great main villain who's almost similar to the main villain in Die Hard, but she's a chick instead, which I find myself very fond of, because I love the female characters in this film. The only downfall is that it doesn't have a technical scene that you actually get reflected to. Besides from the awesome scene with the machine gun, then everybody's just shooting at Judge Dredd, and that is pretty cool. Still awesome slow motion effects, but it can't save a movie for real. I wanted something else. Then we got another goodie, Salt, or at least people think it's a goodie, but when I saw it I just thought it was pretty stupid, because it acts like it's a very complex and interesting film, and it is, in a way, but then the action scenes comes and it just takes over, and your brain gets overwhelmed by so much stuff. Is this movie supposed to be awesome in the action scenes? Because it is. Or is it supposed to be awesome in the thriller scenes? Because it's a good thriller as well. Why couldn't they just build it up as a thriller and maintain it as a thriller, instead of tossing in these pointless action scenes and sort of destroying the entire feeling to the film? I just don't think it's that interesting to see over-the-top action scenes all of a sudden when the movie's supposed to be having the brains and being an interesting thriller. I don't see the point of that. And another little film here is Blast Fighter from the 80s. This is a film about two people in the forest, a man and his daughter, and they're chased by these thief hunters who's having rifles and everything trying to kill them. It's a pretty interesting and neat film really, and it's about survival instead of action. But it takes them a while for it to get started, but once it does, it is actually a pretty cool film. So I recommend you guys to watch it. Now we got Steve Carell in a fantastic made film, made for not that long ago. It's Seeking a Friend for the End of the World. It's the kind of film where I actually identify myself yet again as Steve Carell, because I usually do for some reason. And this time around he is this normal dude, like everybody else, and the whole world get to understand that the world is gonna die within 20 days, and everybody's running around like crazy doing the things they want to do before they die. But just like Steve Carell, I guess I wouldn't care that much. Instead he finds this new friend who happens to be his neighbor, and it becomes an interesting road movie really, where they're on the way to a location. It becomes a very interesting film, and it's more about finding yourself rather than actually doing something in particular, which I enjoy. I believe I would actually act like him and the world will come to an end. I believe I would just take my bicycle, because I don't have any driving license, and ride away somewhere. Just ride like the wind, floating away somewhere, and never look back. That sounds like an awesome plan. Then we have Wim Wenders. It's the second film I've seen by him. The first one was Until the End of the World, but according to a friend of mine, this one is supposed to be even better. I'm not really saying it's better, but I'm still saying it's a very great film. Paris, Texas. This one really gets your brain going, because it takes some time. It actually takes the whole movie and a day afterwards to understand what the film is all about. And it's just about this really tragic kind of relationship between the character, The main character is a person who doesn't have any memory, and he finds out that he got a wife and a kid, and nobody knows where the wife is, but he's trying to get relationship to the kid and trying to find the wife afterwards. It's a very interesting film, really, and as I said, everything comes together so well at the end, in a way that just, wow, really blows your mind. It feels like it could actually be based on real life story, what I know of. An amazing film, really, really good. But not better than Until the End of the World, because that one captures me within 5 seconds. This one takes the whole movie to actually realize how good it is. Then we have another cheese fest, Precious Find. This movie has everything any cheese movie should have. Bad plot. The worst possible characters you could imagine. A main villain who's a cyborg, pirate, ninja, robber, kind of terrorist guy. I can't really defy it. And so many plot points and ridiculous scenes that doesn't make any sense. And one of the main actors, Brian James, make this real ridiculous face all the time through the entire movie. He's the guy from Blade Runner, by the way. He looks like a pig in this film. Well, I can just assure you that this movie is so terribly bad that you will watch it again, just like Troll 2. I mean, I just love this movie because it's so infernally bad, and because of that reason alone, I love this film. I can't say anything bad about it because it's so bad that it speaks for itself. Precious Find is bullshit, but I love it. The next one is even worse than Precious Find because you don't get anything. Children of Dune. I love the first Dune movie because I don't get anything what's happening, but I sort of just follow the flow, and after watching it for a few minutes, you actually just get along with it. This movie, though, is even more complex, and I can't follow myself into the same universe again, because it was just weird to watch this film. I can't really describe it. The acting and the direction of the film is just really bad. It's 3 episodes, and I haven't even seen the last one, but I heard that is actually the best part. But it still doesn't ever make any sense. Nothing ever happens, and it feels like 1.5 hour of episode is just a pain in the ass to watch when nothing actually happens. So I won't check out the last episode, because this movie is really bad. It has awesome visuals though. It actually won an Emmy Award for Best Visuals. That's pretty cool. But it doesn't save the movie, because it's just a blur. You don't get what the hell is going on. Okay, I'm done. See you guys next time. And bye-bye.